Hello, hello, my friends. And sometimes when I put it onto the Strength of Thousands, I want the old music from Civilization 5 to play. Um,
Hmm.
And I'll stay right here.
that will be a very specific mood for very specific people, but it's a mood. But speaking of moods, tonight it's the Strength of Thousands Adventure Path here on twitch.tv/tabletop rolls. We hope everyone's happy and having a good day today. We are going to be going through it tonight because Matt has some things in store for us. But before we get in store for us, a few programming announcements here on the channel. Don't forget to check us out on Blue Sky at Tabletop Rolls. Boom. And at McKenna Ray Art. Boom.
Back on TikTok, baby. I don't know. I'm
And
sort of waiting to see where the pendulum falls on that to see if I'm going to continue making content there because
I hopped on and had 5 ads in a row.
Jesus.
I know
yeah.
they did something to it. They were like, "No, he saved it," and I was like, "You tried to sell me on a Subaru." The instant I hopped back on,
That's
what?
pretty gay.
Mm,
I'm just saying.
Look,
This is news to
I'm
me.
just
Tell me.
saying.
I
I'm
mean,
Of
if it
all
was,
interested.
the
if it
companies
was,
you could have shilled at you, Subaru's a pretty safe one.
U-Haul.
I
It's
didn't need a call out like that. That just
I mean,
tells me
you
they
already
have
got a
already
Prius, which
taken my
is already
data.
pretty gay.
Yeah, I mean I think the only thing that
True,
would be
but road.
possibly more gay would be like I don't know, like a Ford Fiesta that's lime green or something.
It's true. The first thing Cooper said, like, listen, Subarus and Priuses have that stigma, but I will say the first thing Cooper said upon seeing my car when I first bought it was,
Yeah.
that is a lesbian car.
It is.
The
But
color, I think,
hello,
a lot of it.
welcome to the Strength of Thousands AP, twitch.tv/tabletop rolls.
We have
Um,
lesbian.
we have a lot of lesbians in our games.
I only played one on television, so I can't really take that credit.
On television.
On
Not television,
television,
on Twitch.
on
Mm.
Twitchavision.
I get it, yeah.
We have a lot of lesbians here. It's a good time. But other announcements, other shows on the
But
channel. Tuesday night, Sprout Stream, Will, Matt, Data, sometimes Sarah, playing Final Fantasy XIV, the award-winning MMO. Yesterday night, me and Sarah had some fun. We did some deep dungeon,
Palace of the
House of the
Dead.
Dead.
Mm.
Got
Got
all the
through
way
all
to
50 floors.
yeah, got all the way through floor 50 with me and Sarah, and we didn't fuck up. We didn't die. And we came close once, but other than that, we were fine.
Hooray.
And now Matt is leveling what is considered the easiest class to play in Palace of the Dead, solo.
oh, the machinist?
Yeah, the Machinist is like
Oh.
the class that most people have gotten Necromancer on,
I now have the power of gun.
and eventually Drill. But speaking of drills,
interesting.
on Wednesday, Wild Ambition. Will our party get to the core of the problems at the Hive City? Join us and find out.
I thought you were gonna make a bee drill pun about bugs.
No.
The strings kinda connected, but they went all over the place first.
I've made the
Then,
connection.
this week, Thursday, we don't have a stream. Friday, there will be no Astral Calling this week. I realized how much of a terrible cliffhanger I left it off on for the next 2 weeks for us. That's mean.
It is.
Yeah, that was good, though.
Slightly.
I think one of the best sessions that campaign has had, chat, was last week. So go and watch it on YouTube if you haven't. If you just want to see some like amazing role play, if you want Sarah to break your heart, Luna to break your brain, and Darius to break your
Was
belief
there.
systems, go and check out that episode, and also see McKenna panic. Then on Saturday, we won't have a Tabletop Bros this week because I will be running a Pathfinder special. Matt will be playing in the special, and we
I might
have
live post the game as
have
it goes.
five tables for it, which is pretty
Ooh.
good. It's a good turnout for Winnipeg. So that's really wild. It's going to be a good
Wow.
time. It's not Gen Con's turnout, but we weren't going to get Gen Con's turnout. Yes, Emily can play high tier because we have enough people in the high tier. So Emily's swapping to high tier, Matt, if you want to swap to high tier, if you have a character in 7 to 8.
I don't know, and also I'm perfectly happy because this weekend might get Garl from 3 to like 5 maybe.
And what version of Garl is that, Matt?
Shark Instinct Barbarian. So she just bites a lot of people.
Shark Garl. Then on Sunday we will have a cozy co-op. We'll probably be down in Emily because I have a feeling a weekend of gaming is going to tucker her out. So she'll rest up while I stream.
I might also be unavailable. I'm picking up my new baby from LAX.
Then Sarah and Emily will both be down while I play Final Fantasy 14.
And I'm having my last Christmas celebration.
Oh wow.
My mom is finally back in town, so we can finally exchange gifts.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, New Year's, Christmas.
I can
Yeah.
rest in Pharasma's embrace. Then on Monday, the Strike the Thousands AP, the show you're watching right now. And if you're watching that show, you know why what I just said is probably slightly scary. But tonight, Matt, I'm all the way in my house. I'm throwing you the ball. Are you ready?
Hold on. Face the actual direction you need
I am
to.
facing the actual direction I need to. Because you're over
Okay.
there. So you would need to face towards Kamigawa for me.
Will, no one is coming here
Just-
to watch
just
us
throw
do
it.
sports.
Just throw it.
Not our brand.
See, Matt got it.
Nice
Hello,
catch.
everyone. Hey, I played rugby, Um,
I played football. Like American football.
And I played soccer, like American soccer.
I did
football.
musical theater.
Before we start going off on a weird tangents on what sports us people who playing a role-playing game on the internet have played, because why?
Yeah.
Yes. Welcome, everyone, to the Strength of Thousands adventure path, starring what I have come to call the best and the brightest. But before we begin introductions, I wanted to take just a moment to say something. I realized today that we sort of passed the 150 episode mark like 2 weeks ago. Today's the 152. And I just wanted to say to our players, thank you all for going on this journey with me. This is my first adventure path I've ever run, and I have made plenty of mistakes, but you have all rolled magnificently with it, and I appreciate your patience, understanding, and just your big old hearts. So, thank you for playing with me, and I look forward to continuing to do so. Is that a
This is a very important thing to
Okay.
mention. So we are currently on what episode, Matt?
152.
152, which means that in 4 weeks, in 1 month, it will be the show's 156th show,
Yeah.
which is 3 years.
Yeah, 3 years worth of.
Not math.
Damn.
Technically, we've been going longer for that. 'cause
We
then we'll
Played
miss
together.
one
You
here
know
and
that I
there,
can't
but-
do math.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
But we'll-
I
we'll-
know.
That has no place in
Damn.
this game.
We will have hit the 3 year mark, and in addition to that, with all the content on the channel we've had on the channel, we will have hit a One Piece.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's insane.
yeah, right.
Don't like using One Piece as a metric.
As a metric for
All
time.
this, of all the systems of measurement,
It's a beast.
you're going to confuse us Americans, Will. We have a hard time with them.
Anyway,
That's like 32 centimeters.
Ah,
$2 bucks.
no. What does that mean?
don't even get us started about the double.
Yeah, the
Um,
double or the triple
that's
trouble.
an
Oh, we know what those are. Those are In and Out.
Yeah.
We Californians have those too.
But enough about hypothetical donut and coffee places. They are real, and they're not hypothetical.
Matt,
I've
we
never
went
been
to
to
an
it.
You
we went to an In and Out.
guys.
We We had In and
No,
Out.
we didn't. Well,
Yes,
never
we
went to-
did.
No, you went to an In and Out on your own in the dark and brought back some food to the hotel room.
For you, yeah, for you all.
Yeah, so we've never been to an In and Out.
To be fair, everybody, Matt is a vegetarian.
I'm a vegetarian,
So,
a
like,
homebody, and a Canadian.
Then
There-
you get
there
a
was-
cheese. You get a cheese, grilled cheese.
I had a grilled cheese tonight
There was like
with
it
crunchy
was-
jalapenos.
God, was that post Abby wedding that we did the In and Out run?
Say you're doing that on purpose to be an asshole, Matt. Tell me that's not how you pronounce jalapenos, please.
Jalapenos?
Better.
I don't
No,
get a
it
lot of
is-
practice.
Anyway,
It is the
well,
Canadianism
as you
to
were
pronounce them
saying,
like that, McKenna.
Matt.
It's my accent that don't come out very often. Anyway,
Good business.
couch.
Holly body pillow on the couch.
How long has that
The
been there?
wolf away from the vice president.
Oh no. All right, moving on. This is getting way off topic now.
Yes, I
We are
apologize.
here. We are here to play the Strength of Thousands Adventure Path for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. But to do such a thing, we need players, and thankfully we have a wonderful crop. So, as a recompense for me psychically damaging her with my pronunciation of jalapenos, McKenna, please introduce yourself, your character, and if you could inflict one curse upon me, what would it be?
Ooh, I have a great one for this.
Everyone, my name is McKenna Ray. McKenna Ray Art on the platforms. Maybe back on TikTok. Who knows? I did post what might be my last TikTok. Who knows? Mostly talking about the charity that I am doing right now. I'm gonna post it in the chat right now. Bam. And I'm doing some art for that. All of the money is going to MSF, Medicine Sans Frontiers, or Doctors Without Borders. I got my first donation claim. I'm so excited. So there's only 2 of the full body portraits left.
Oh, nice.
And hopefully there are even fewer left, but we've already surpassed what we raised last year. So we've hit that milestone, smashed it, passed it, moving on to the next one. And I'm so excited to be a part of it. And if I could curse Matt. Oh, I'm also playing Avi Nictera Witch, little Halloween spooky girl. And if I could curse Matt with any one thing, I think I would give him the Buzz Lightyear language settings switch and just be able to occasionally switch him into fluent Spanish.
That's a curse? That would be amazing.
But then he wouldn't be able to speak English. I'm specifying the Buzz Lightyear switch
No,
because
McKenna,
he
then I
was
wouldn't have
just
to-
operating in Spanish.
then I wouldn't have to talk to as many people. Mwah, thank you.
You assume that not that many people know Spanish.
Not in
I can
Canada.
guarantee you no one in my immediate circle speaks Spanish.
Right.
Pourquoi?
Speaking of language barriers, Will, please introduce yourself,
Thinking
your
of
character. Porque. Anderson, porque. Wait, is that Italian?
No, well, maybe
It's only Italian.
there's a lot of crossover between
And-
those 2 languages.
But Will, introduce yourself, your character, and what curse would you impart upon me if you were given the chance?
Hello, my name is Will, also known as Tabletop Roles on the internet. Tonight I'm playing Igara, Gamma, and Choco. Igara, the Gripply Summoner, Gamma, the Fey Frog Summonee, and Choco, the Terror Bird that is currently not hanging out with us.
Sir, not appearing in this film.
And the curse that I would inflict upon you, Matt, is a quite simple curse. In fact, it is
I know where this is going.
the curse of complacence. It is the curse of joy, where if you make something, you are actually able to feel joy and feel happy with the things you make.
Is that a curse?
No.
It is for Matt.
I must always be striving forward. Satisfaction can never be achieved.
Yeah. And that's why it's a curse for Matt.
I see.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving directly across to the other side of my screen, Sarah, please introduce yourself, your character, and what curse you would inflict upon me.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sarah Margaret, also known as Cosmic Deity 746 on Twitch. I am playing Charlotte, the naughty toxicologist, throwing those acidic bombs all over the place and destroying faces with acid, as per the usual. I have nothing.
Haha! I emerged unscathed.
Don't actually know. If I were being cruel, one of the cruelest, most mundane curses I've ever heard, not to you specifically, but one that I always laugh at is, may you never find the cool side of the pillow.
Oh, that would actually be more for me. That's
It is the most mundanely cruel curse I've ever come across, and I'm just like, oh, but that's good though. That's like mildly inconveniencing without destroying. So,
No, like because my version of hell would just be normal life, but everything is just a little more annoying. Like constantly stubbing your toe, you always miss the elevator by like a second. You
the
always get
mundane
splashed by cars.
irritations, consistent
the bad
mundane
place.
irritations.
Yeah. But-
Every day you get one mundane irritation occurred to you.
Yeah.
That's
you have like
that's
a sore tooth, but it's not enough to go to the dentist, but just enough that it really bothers you.
That's like a fake
all
curse right there.
day. Yeah, poor so. Oh no.
And last but
It
not
is-
least, the person recoiling the most, Zoe.
It's me. I live in this robe now.
That's worse things. Worse
Understandable.
things. Yeah.
I get it. I get it.
My name is Zoe. I go by Zosie Pose on the internet, and I am playing our lovely bard Ophelia. She's a whisper elf. She's sassy sometimes. And if I were to curse you, I think maybe in the same kind of vein as what McKenna said. I've been watching Bluey recently, and there is a certain episode where they have dance mode. So I would totally curse you with the dance mode.
Oh no. I hate dancing.
Matthew's
that's what I am
irresistible dance.
Or if I was really evil, I would curse you to live in America right now.
Aha! I curse you with American citizenship.
No, not the dual. No, not the dual citizenship. No.
No, no,
Oh
Not
no.
dual citizenship.
Oh.
just American citizenship.
Justice
Joke's
Trap.
on you. Will, can I get a green card wedding?
Yeah. Let the shippers be right, Matt.
We have shippers.
You have.
Who knows?
Chat would have to tell us, but that's all for our introductions. Will, why don't you go ahead and press that button and we can actually get to the adventure path.
Hey, we're only 25 minutes in.
Some nice people in Hawaii.
No, there is at least
are.
one nice person in North Carolina.
It's true.
There were two, but I stole one of them.
But I'm bummed.
Yeah.
speak-
God.
But speaking
Finding
of
out how close the two of them were to each other, like geographically, was so interesting.
But speaking of stealing things, when last we left our party, you had managed to steal back from Uncle Cinder one of the fragments of Corriday's shadow as you guys are attempting to reassemble this shadow, which will hopefully allow you to be released from this table that you have been trapped on and shrunk down to the size of smaller than ants as you attempt to solve, possibly once and for all, whatever problem has been coming from this mysterious and evil egg, which may or may not be a receptacle for the spirit of the king of biting ants, and or whatever's left of his spirit.
We had smashed
Delightful.
it in the earlier books, you know?
You couldn't actually. It's a extremely powerful magic item and is almost invulnerable to anything.
They
we would've-
planned this.
We
Let
would
me
have needed some giant eagles to take us to a volcano. It would have been a whole thing.
See, I got that reference.
I understood that reference.
I made that reference even after having not seen Lord of the Rings ever.
All right, putting it on my 2025 to-do list, which I've been very good about this year. Will,
Yeah,
we're having a Lord of the Rings weekend.
we should.
Aw.
That'd be
Em-
fun.
M's totally invited as well. We'll have some snacks.
God,
Great.
could you imagine if you said we're going to have a Lord of the Rings weekend, M's not invited?
I'm not so cruel.
The shippers would go crazy.
Crazy.
I'm glad to be here with you at the end of things, Mr. Banner.
Oh my god.
That actually kind of. Ow.
Oh God.
Is that
Uh,
then where I like push you into the lava flow, but you take one of my hands? No, that was Star Wars.
That's not what happened in Star Wars either. God damn it, Will.
Anyway, what were we talking about?
I think we're playing Pathfinder.
Yeah.
Prove it. Roll a dice.
Shit. Well,
But
A
Matt,
9?
the only dice that I have easily accessible to me is this one that has different body parts on it from the Fallout TTRPG.
Which I got Will for Christmas.
Yes.
the
I-
shippers are going crazy.
What is happening?
because in-
Wait, what are we rolling?
No. I
Ooh,
just
I got
wanted,
left
like,
leg.
McKenna
Rolling,
said,
rolling.
like, we're ostensibly playing Pathfinder, and I said, prove it by rolling a dice, and then she did.
Oh. Okay, got it.
I'd rather use that
and then
five.
Will grabbed his definitely not sex dice that Matt got.
Fallout dice. Look, you can see the Vault Boy.
Oh, cute.
Though, funnily enough, I have a really cool dice that's actually a build a dungeon dice. It's a big one.
Mhm.
Every side of it is a different shaped room.
Mhm.
And then I have a trap one to go with it. All right, we rolled a square room with 2 entrances and a spike pit. Oh boy.
Mhm.
Oh,
Randomly generated dungeons forever.
spooky.
It's like
That's cool.
Diablo. Anyway, yeah, so you guys defeated Uncle Cinder. You got the shadow thing back. You returned to the beetle merchants who were very happy, who showered you with some gifts, who offered you access to their wares, like it's just like a shop up to a certain level of magic items. But, and I'm doing a tiny bit of retconning here, offered to teach you to rituals because I realized rituals can just be taught, but they cost things to cast.
That's
So
what I
teaching you
mean.
is not where the cost comes in. So you guys learn, I'm going to double check this. I know it's the Atone ritual, but it's also the, oh, where did the Ash Desert thing go? The Atone and Freedoms rituals. The Atone one is sort of like if you really need to prove for a magic thing that someone actually is atoning for it and they're sorry for something they did, this can actually make it a magical fact. Like it eliminates all doubt. Wow, that's impressive.
For interrogation
we-
purposes.
If we have access to this ritual,
Soy sauce.
thing that we can do to make Igora be okay with Mercedes.
Own her with what god?
I don't know.
With what god is she in conflict with?
I feel like you and Mercedes just need to get in like a boxing ring and just go at it.
I feel like Eager just needs to go to therapy.
I mean, I also probably Mercedes.
Oh, well, yeah.
Very different reason, but
Mm-hmm.
You should go to therapy even if you don't think you need therapy. It's
You
good to
should.
talk to people sometimes. And this
Alright,
was
Crane.
things you should do with
Uh,
Sarah.
And to be also, because you're being taught it, to explain how the freedom ritual works. Freedom ritual is very specifically for very niche cases where someone is magically imprisoned, petrified, and otherwise put into magical stasis by magical effects. And that the imprisonment doesn't have a duration. Like some things, you can just wait them out. If someone has been turned to a stone by a gorgon for like 100 years, they're probably well past normal remedies. So
And stoned.
yeah, they're super.
They're super stoned.
Now I want to do a drug peddling gorgon.
Now, Matt,
Hey kid, you want to get stoned?
for
All
that
the
ritual,
heads just smoking joints.
for that ritual, just as like an application of it. So, like, say hypothetically, someone's soul was trapped inside of like another soul, and that had changed their personality in some way. Would that be able to free their soul from that sort of like, I don't know, combination with the self to return them back to their former fun-loving good self?
It would depend incredibly on the actual circumstances of the thing.
Are we speaking in hypotheticals here, or?
I'm speaking, and can we use this to help Kiara?
Um,
Oh, no. I think that might have been more of a merge than an imprisonment.
Also, it should be noted that this the casting time for this ritual, like a lot of rituals, is a full day.
Mhm.
So,
Of course.
if anyone wants to know the specifics, the freedom ritual costs 100 gold pieces times the spell level times the target's level.
Oh.
So, but you guys are fairly rich at this point. The atone ritual is not as expensive. It is just 20 gold times the target's level. That's it. But, you know, it's also a much more niche kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys, who all wants to learn this ritual? Because, you know, it will matter in terms of the primary caster and secondary caster. All right.
Good question. What are the primary?
I'm glad you asked. So, we'll start with the atone one. Atone, the primary caster is nature or religion, and you have to be a minimum of an expert.
Yucky.
We could teach, you could just dump that one on your heal bot, Endures in Darkness, who has at least expert in nature and at least expert in religion.
I have plus 28 in religion, and 28 in nature.
Well, we could teach it to Eager then.
Yes, teach me the
A 3 in religion.
How's your nature?
plus 28.
Oh, well, Endures in Darkness has a 32 because he's legendary in religion.
Let's
Oh,
He's
there
been
you
doing a lot of
I
reading
might
and a lot of
wanna-
self-reflecting.
Might want to give it to
You
Endurance.
can go to Endures. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. But the secondary casters
It's okay, buddy. I thought we were trying to teach you
require
away from your religion.
also nature religion, so you can still certainly help. And for the freedom ritual, primary check is Arcana. You have to be
That's all,
legendary though. Are you legendary in Arcana?
I believe I am at this point. Yes, I am.
Oof. And the or pardon me, occultism legendary.
I'm also legendary in occultism.
Secondary, and this is funny, no minimum skill level requirement, and it's society.
We live in a
Well, you have to
Bubble.
understand the freedom as a societal concept if you are going to impose it on other people.
we live in a
I'm not sure you're so much
Bubble.
imposing it as giving them the option.
Yeah.
I curse you with freedom. No!
Shit.
No, but I just wanted to stay in and watch a movie. Anyway, and so that is the spells. Who would like to? So you're going to learn freedom. Endures in Darkness is going to learn atonement.
we have to
Did
learn
it-
it if we want to secondary it? No, right?
No. Second, the person who learns it just instructs the people who are the secondaries.
Gotcha.
Yeah, sit there, say these words when I point at you.
There and look pretty. Ophelia's good at that. Okay.
Repeat after me. I like you. Do you like me? Is this a ritual? Yes. Anyway, a little goofy tonight. Did anyone have any common items of 16th level or lower, scrolls or common sets of common cells of any level? Common cells, I think that's a typo. Spells of any level, and tomes. That's how you learned the ritual. Did anyone have anything they wanted to buy?
No, I'm good.
I'm good.
No, I just
Now
hoard.
I'm fine. Eventually,
Alright.
there's some stuff I want to get.
They do give you a lovely kind of paper wrapped little bundle though of what appear to be like honey encrusted aphids, which is a snack of their people apparently. Tiny, like these are bugs.
Mm-hmm.
They're still-
Ew.
Yeah, they're like the size of a lizard to them. You would be terrified of a bug this big in the real world that wasn't, an active monster and just a bug. But here it's like a cool, crunchy, sweet snack.
I love eating bugs. Thank you.
High in protein
Hmm.
and sugar because they're covered in honey.
At least these ones aren't slimy and satisfying.
No, they
Those
are.
are good too.
Yuck.
These are wonderfully crunchy because it's like crystallized honey.
No, I'm
But yeah.
Try them, Ophelia. They're really yummy.
Now, you guys do have a choice to make.
You are
though.
surrounded. I love that Ophelia is surrounded by 3 party members who all go, bugs are nice. Nothing wrong with
Endures
bugs.
in Darkness is just wandering around trying to find a good place to plant his feet and absorb nutrients.
Aw, buddy. That's
Well,
rough.
we're on a table.
We're on a table on a pile of ash.
Yeah, there's no soil here.
Well,
Endures in
there's that
Darkness.
potted plant.
Yeah, Endures in Darkness needs to return to the potted plant or he will starve. Or he could just dunk in the water, I guess. Well, yeah, you guys have potentially 3 choices here. You still have 2 objectives that are reportedly have parts of the shadow. There's the giant on its side drum. There's the acid kind of swampy thing surrounded by a big ring of mushrooms off in that one direction. And then you could return to the potted plant for your third option.
Oh yeah, I remember the real nasty swamp. I'm also just double checking. I feel like we are taking time for a long rest. Is this
You can absolutely do that. You are very welcome to stay here. The beetle people are lovely to play, wonderful to play hosts. There's the water from the basin there, so it's a perfectly nice place to camp for the night.
Yeah, because I am a little bleeding on this table at the moment.
Oh yeah, here, I'll fix you up right now.
I'm
Shark.
assuming you guys didn't stop for a rest on the day it took you to get back out of the Ash Desert, which is still a weird space to
Probably
find.
not.
Yeah,
wouldn't say
we would
so.
probably. Yeah, Avi's on her last leg then.
Get out of there.
Well, we probably took 30 minutes for me to, heal us all up.
Oh yeah, that because weren't some of us like down, like we were real bad.
Yeah, we were really bad. So we'll say we took 30 minutes immediately, and we will all have gotten back this time. We've all gotten back 50, 100, 169, nice HP.
Sweet.
You know what I have found? I'm just reading your message in chat there, Zoe. You know what I have found is an effective snack I make these days? 2 poached eggs on some toast with some shredded cheese.
Oh, I miss poached eggs. Oh, so yummy.
Oh.
Probably my favorite way to eat eggs right now because my frying pans are all old and the eggs start sticking them to them too
Matt,
much.
as a
Water-
joke.
Water
But
tornado.
I thought that as a vegetarian, Matt, you'd be against poaching.
Adding
I'm
another,
sorry, that was really good.
adding another
Well, there's
Tarask.
Tarask encounter. Yeah, okay. Thanks for killing us all, Will. Appreciate that.
Just stat the kitten as a Tarask.
Zero point, I would give you one.
Will become leashed at the foot of Mercedes for the final encounter.
Igora hates that.
I don't like the
I-
implication.
Okay, so I feel that it may be that it is beneficial, considering it's an equal amount of distance between if we go back to that nice little potted plant and take a full rest to get things back up, and then maybe go to the overturned drum from there.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we could
Sounds good.
even like just rest up where we are now with the beetles and then head to the drum from here.
That works too.
Drum, 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 drum.
Sarah, for like the meta perspective, why risk getting a wandering encounter before we rest when we could just rest now and not risk
Yeah.
it?
Fair enough. I was running under the joke assumption that indoors needed soil, so but
Mm.
I can acquire
As long
that.
as he can get water from the basin, so he'll be all right in that regard. So you guys are going to take a rest here.
Mhm.
All right.
Sure, we
as you
have
get-
some decaying wood around here somewhere. It's a table, for God's sakes. I'm sure you can eat off of that, right? Mushrooms come off of decay, yeah? Am I wrong?
Yeah, let's
Certain
go with
types do.
that.
Let's go with that. Anyway, yay!
No, Charlotte, it wouldn't be coming off a decay, it'd be coming off of the table.
All right. So you
Anyway,
guys...
back to full health.
Just get aphids or did you get crickets? Because
Listen, eventually they stick.
Eventually.
Calf. Thanks, Calf. Appreciate it. Wandering hero point in chat from Calf.
We love those. So as you guys settle down for the evening, does anyone want to do anything before you go to bed, or you just you tuckered out and you just want to get some rest?
I will
Igora
take some
attend-
rest.
Igora
But I
attends
feel-
to everyone's wounds and heals everyone's full.
Yeah, I feel like Charlotte may or may not unintentionally, without meaning to, get into conversations with the Beatles about their marketing, their trade, how they seem to like make some things, different methods, and it's almost habitual at this point in time. Like somebody just says, "Oh, this particular string of things is not actually beating," and it'd be like, "Oh, well, let me see. I can show it. Like, how do you usually do it?" The Anati comes out in marketplaces.
Give me a quick perception check.
34, not very nice, but
Well, you are more than welcome. They show you the occasional little thing that needs a little fixing up or isn't working quite properly. But with a perception of 34, because they're not really trying to deceive or anything, you do sense the occasional bit of wariness, especially from some of the older beetles. And it takes you a minute, and then you realize it's maybe the Anati of it all. And you think, are there any like spiders on this table, and are they less friendly than I am? Yes, you
Ooh,
know, spiders, a lot of spiders eat other bugs.
that's true, and we tend to be very big.
A creature appears on the map. Subtitle: Matt's Fear. Health bar. Why is there Latin music starting?
What? Where are all the singers coming from? Where are they?
Hellfire.
Oh,
Uh,
fire!
Oh, the Latin singing people in the red robes suddenly appear.
Like, oh, I wish there was something I could do about this, but
The cult of the
Well, no,
Frenzy
they-
Flame.
They're not so much afraid, it just is like, oh, this is a kind of spider-like lady, and she's being very nice. She's being so helpful. She knows so much. This is nice. They seem that interesting combination where they're pleasantly surprised where some of their preconceptions apparently seem to have been wrong.
Oh, well, I'm going to, well, a question for you.
Yes.
Would there be a way I could give them some kind of knowledge about the Anati or insect that if they ever became in danger, this particular beetle market shop, they became in danger from Anati being unfriendly, unassumingly, unknowingly, maybe chomping on the beetles. I'm thinking of a Babe Bahram situation here.
Oh, like a password?
Yeah, maybe to be like, no, 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 we are under protection. Like, we are friends of Anati, and therefore you cannot eat us, or some sort of thing like that.
Give me a society check.
Oh boy, wrong character
Like
for me to roll
you're trying to
society.
remember, like, what did my grandma teach me about this?
Oh.
Nope, nope. That's a 32. I don't know if that's gonna help any. That I rolled a 2, by the way.
You
or
teach
4.
them some Anati words that are not really so much a password, but they are in the Anati tongue. So at the very least, they might give something Anati adjacent pause and go, hold on.
Okay.
Maybe I shouldn't just attack this thing randomly. It knows
Probably-
hello in my language.
Friend.
Friend!
Speak
Wait!
friend.
Friend! Trade! Yeah, the friend, trade, that sort of thing.
And they are appreciative of that.
Okay.
Does
that's
anyone
it, that's-
else have anything else they want to do before they go to bed?
I'm just gonna go to bed.
Okay.
I heal everyone up.
I
And I
had
go-
5 HP. I want to sleep.
I go check in on Ophelia. Ophelia, you good?
Are you good?
Still mad at Avi?
Who's mad?
Would you
I've
like
never
to
been
talk
mad
about
a
it?
day in my life.
If you'd like to talk about it, Gamma is technically trained in like medicine for like mental health.
He coughs up a couch.
I roll perception to see if I overhear my name being said.
As am I, actually. Technically speaking, like if things come into the thick
You
of it
can if
during
you want,
combat,
McKenna.
I do have the capability to like, help you with some mental health stuff during combat.
But who helps you with your mental health?
That's what the Gamma's for.
Oh,
The
nice.
Gamma's for.
Avi, what do your bat ears hear?
Everything. Yeah, she
Apparently.
heard me saying, "Who's mad? I've never been mad in a day in my life."
I don't know, I feel like you didn't like, you seemed like you were a little bit more distant to Avi than you normally are. So I'm just checking in. Like I know they hit you with that spell, and I know that like for you that's like a big thing. So I just wanted to touch base.
Ophelia, before you think of your response, roll me a d3.
Oh God. Okay. Been a minute. Oh wait, I have to like type that in. Wait, let me put this bite.
Sorry.
Bite so good. Okay. I don't remember exclamation mark or
A /r space d3. A 3. I'm gonna say you actually you feel the intent behind his request. You may not feel like you want to make use of it, but you realize Igor is trying to be nice. He is trying to be harmonious for the group. And you feel a little appreciation for it. You don't get annoyed, you don't get sad about it. You feel actually like, "Oh, that's nice of him."
I got lucky.
I think it's nice of you to check up on me, but I it's something that maybe Avi and I should talk about later on.
Okay, I'll get a room ready in Gamma's stomach for the two of you, and you can chat it out.
We're not doing that.
It's very spacious.
No, thank you.
He's bigger on the inside.
I don't. Is that a blue box reference?
No, mechanically Gamma is actually like larger. I took feet to. It's anyway.
Got
Fair
a lot of
enough.
feet.
All right, then have a good sleep, and don't slit my throat in my sleep. Bye.
Avi, who was not aware there was a problem, waits exactly 60 seconds and then putters over to Ophelia and just kind of. You know how little kids stand in their parents' doorway when they've thrown up?
I threw up.
Grew up.
Giving
Or
Mom, I threw up.
as my nephew would say, I vomited.
Aw.
Oh.
I vomited.
Vomited. There's no T.
Vomited.
He never actually did it. He just said it. Like, no, you didn't. What are you talking about?
Children
I
are
need to
weird.
apologize for two things. One, for eavesdropping, I didn't mean to. I just heard my name. I have really big ears.
We both have big ears. That's kind of our thing. It's okay.
I think in terms of ratio to the body size, mine are especially large.
I mean, technically, yes, and mine are large for.
and it's not a competition. We both have large. And then I think, are you mad about the meteor shower?
More disappointed.
Oh, that's worse. Well, I'm sorry for that too.
You've never hit me before. And that really
well,
physically, but more mentally.
I was gonna say, did it hurt more physically or emotionally? Because that sort of changes how I need to apologize. Oh, I'm so sorry, Ophelia. It went bigger than I thought it was going to. I've cast that spell before, and the radius is a certain way, and then that time it wasn't that way. And then the next time it was back to the way I was used to. So I wasn't used to it being that size. But that's still no excuse for carelessness. I also just didn't think you'd be that mad about it because you hit Igor with sound bursts like all the time.
But he tells us to hit him
That's true.
so
But
many
you do
times.
it so often.
Because he tells us to do it every time.
I guess I thought that it was like a do unto others situation, and that if you were fine doing it to Igora. But I've clearly misread.
Yes,
you
I
feel
would
about
say
that?
the communication with us hitting him is there. The communication
That's
with people
true.
hitting me is a huge no-no. What if my face got hurt?
I would never, not your face. And if
I
you did,
need
I
that.
would make
That's
sure
my
that-
money.
Well, yes. Although I do think some people would be very into that kind of like badass battle scar. Rah, rah, rah. That's not a good excuse.
A
I'm out.
pastel pop witch idol does not have scars on her face.
A pastel pop witch idol with scars and with edge. Regardless, I
We're
understand.
not
that's
edgy.
how you
I will
wanna-
leave the edgy things to Igora.
Oh, yeah.
Working on the gun.
Yeah, I think I was just so focused on fixing the situation and thinking about if I could just get her, then no one else would get hurt. And I think I was focused on that, like the ends rather than the means, and that's not good. So I'm very sorry, and I hope that I can reestablish better communication and better trust in the future, because I know your trust is hard won and hard earned, as it should be. And I'm gonna work really hard to get it back.
Well, I'm happy that we had this talk. Definitely made me feel better, and I appreciate your apology.
Aw, I appreciate you having this conversation with me. Can we hug it out?
Oh, sure. Yeah, we can hug.
Is that a sincere sure? Not that Avi knows the difference, just me McKenna wants to know.
I think it is, yeah.
Yes, you get a.
He likes
I
hugs.
was gonna say a big bear hug, but it's
It's
as
like a
big
little
of a
bat
bear
hug on your
as
chest.
Avi can give. It's actually in reality a tiny bat hug.
Um,
I love
As-
tiny bat hugs. They're so cute.
as you guys cap off this lovely heart to heart with a hug, get a little prickling on the back of your neck, and you both kind of just at the same time kind of turn, and standing right next to you guys, somehow very close without you guys noticing, is a shawl wearing, kind of weathered looking old beetle with kind of milky looking eyes almost, like holding like a string of beads in their hand.
Arrow?
Hello.
Hello?
Avi's still hugging you.
Uh, she's gonna do the little like pat thing when you're like done with a hug, but Avi
Mm.
probably doesn't know that that's like the sign for like.
Well, hug
Yeah.
harder.
Yeah, Avi
Okay.
needs like Disney princesses hugs where like she doesn't pull away until the person she's hugging pulls away.
Oh.
Oh no. It's
like-
awkward.
Hmm.
I am the seer of our band. I have been blessed with a vision.
Oh,
You
cool.
must beware, for a dangerous trial awaits you in the future. You will be faced with duplicitness and the crushing depths.
Oh. Depths with a B
If
or
you do not-
depths with a
Depths.
TH?
Depths.
Depths with a P.
If you do not see through the deception, it will not matter if you conquer your foe. It will be too late by the time you do.
Oh.
It is a
Okay.
battle of both might and deceit.
Oh. Do you think maybe a true sight would help?
I don't know what that means.
That's okay.
Beware! Beware the depths, beware the unblinking, unpitying waters. Beware! And she just kind of like turns and stumbles back to the camp.
Probably the water witch lady. I think that's probably who they're talking about.
Are you still hugging me because you're scared of that lady?
Yeah, sorry.
Beware,
but also because I like
beware. Anyone ever seen what was it? Dracula Dead and Loving It, I think. What was that? Young Frankenstein. Beware.
I've seen both. I know what you're talking about. Dracula Dead and Loving It. What a throwback.
Renfield.
I had a
I
theater
fly.
teacher
You
who-
don't.
I had a theater teacher who made us watch that like routinely. I don't know why that was his go-to like we need a relaxing day movie, but that's always what it was. And
I
what a
really
choice
liked
for a
it.
bunch of high schoolers.
That's a good one.
But yeah, after that encounter, you are free to have a full night's rest. Beware
Nice.
on the wind.
I think in the morning we tell Igra and Charlotte about the unblinking eye and duplicitness. What did she say? Duplicitness in the depths.
And duplicitness. And the depths.
Oh wow, y'all had a much more interesting meeting with the beetle folk than I did. I just ran into this like group of bards. They were singing about like submarines and things. It was really strange.
What? What's a submarine?
You're next.
I
Okay.
am looking up pricing for flights to Winnipeg.
If you come on a Monday or Tuesday,
Prices for
there's a
flights
direct
to
flight.
Winnipeg in one tab, karate classes in the other tab.
I have some swords you can borrow.
How to hide a body in the other tab.
I mean, well, the problem is right now it's
Can
winter.
I
Though
check
it'll preserve
a
it.
broadsword at
At-
check-in?
Back check.
Well,
Anyway,
Okay.
I mean, good. I mean, we already had kind of an idea that maybe we should beware, but maybe it's like a literal of the depths of like water and stuff. I don't know. I don't pay attention. I'm a woman of science, damn it.
Feel like in a world where magic is such a tangible thing, that divination may be a kind of science as well. But I do think this is largely in reference to what's her name, the Water Witch lady. Do we actually know her name?
Vivian.
Bitch.
Vivian.
Tacky hat.
Tacky
Tacky.
Is that-
French?
Vivian
Yes.
probably is.
Vivian probably is.
Well, I mean that's good. Nice bit of caution. We definitely know that we're gonna clash with her soon, I suppose. So that's
I
something at
can't
least.
wait to throw that hat off of her ugly head, along with her head.
Such enmity.
animosity.
Fair enough. Anyway, shall we everybody feeling well enough to continue the pursuit? I would like
Yeah.
to be not this size anymore. I would like to be, well, slightly larger than this size, but then I would also like to then pretend I'm much bigger than I actually. You know what? It doesn't
What's
matter.
wrong
Shall
with being
we?
small?
Nothing. I just
Some of my best friends are small.
it's
Well, yeah, I know.
I
I'm one of your best friends.
I would like to go back to my lab, and my beakers are a little bit too big for my hands right now.
Oh,
That's
wait.
understandable.
Best friends?
Huh?
Best friends? Best is
Uh,
strong.
Oh.
You're all some of my best friends? Do you not think I'm one of your best friends?
We're good friends.
So we have angry Ophelia today. Okay.
or
Best friends are you allowed to?
saying things that way is going to make her happier?
I
No,
know,
I have
know-
a list going. So yesterday was apathetic
I will
Ophelia.
say this is probably no filter Ophelia today, actually. So like,
I'm assuming
Not
you guys are
Will
having this.
tracking Ophelia's cycle.
Appreciate you not calling me out like I'm some sort of racehorse.
Well, it's
Betting.
less that you're a racehorse and we're betting on you, and it's more that ever since we got back from Akaton, you've been a little bit off, so I've just been kind of keeping track of it.
Every time
This-
you're off, I don't call you out every time.
This is
I
no
don't call you
filter
out every
Igra.
time.
It
I'm
certainly feels like it.
I'm assuming you guys are having this conversation as you're walking back
Yeah, on the
yes.
road.
Yeah. On the road again.
on the
I
road
guess it's
again.
okay. I'm sure you probably have a lot of friends, Ophelia. I probably don't rank very
How
high.
many best friends are you allowed to have? Because I'm pretty sure I'm only allowed to have one.
really?
Oh,
I always assumed you could have as many best friends as you could find,
or
as you could become
manage.
attached to.
I don't know if I rank friends in order of. I mean, there are some people that I'm closer to than others, but sometimes people are close in different ways, and how do you quantify that in a linear ranking?
I did promise to only have one best friend.
Oh, who did you promise that to?
Probably important. My sister.
Oh, well, that makes a lot of sense then. That's okay. Good friends sounds like a good alternative in my mind. Good and best are fairly close. But like
Yeah,
if you
I
have to have just one.
As long
fe-
as you're understanding and it doesn't hurt your feelings.
Ophelia, you feel a wonderful warmth in your chest.
Gross.
So
Igra,
many siblings that it's kind of hard to call them all my best friends.
There's just
Greg.
there's just a constant during this conversation. There's a constant sense of, wait a minute. Ah, fuck. Okay.
Igra, please
Yeah.
roll me a perception check.
Oh dear. Frog
Celia's got the
powers
warm
go.
fuzzies.
Funny you should say frog powers.
I'm going to keep that 12. the 38.
It's fine, actually. You only needed a 35. Both you and Endures in Darkness notice this. As you guys are walking, you notice this before you feel it in the ground. Gamma, his big old belly, rippling rhythmically. And then you feel it in the ground. Thump,
We're moving to the drum.
thump.
I
No,
love that
no.
Mama's belly is the glass of water in Jurassic Park. That's our
Something's
canary.
coming. Oh no!
You guys
Mike.
kind of suddenly realize you're passing through this almost like it's like a little mini kind of canyon area. There's some like hunks of like tree bark that have been absent-mindedly tossed on the table that have formed kind of canyon walls. And there's tiny little plants that would be too small to probably notice when you're proper size looking at the table, sticking out of like cracks in the wood on the surface. But you're starting to feel this bum 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 bum, like it sounds like feels like running feet, but there's too many steps in sequence.
Hey, Avi, do you think you could take a normal-sized agate in a fight right now?
Oh,
Funny you should mention that, because barreling around a corner of one of these
Uh-oh.
pieces of thing is a gargantuan, in terms of Pathfinder sizes, cat. It looks a little harrowed and a little hurt. And it trips on its own feet and seems to be kind of panting, and suddenly around behind it comes a behemoth-sized mechanical creature with a giant clock for its midsection, and swinging its arms in perfect rhythm like a pendulum or something, and it whacks the poor cat and knocks it a little bit over, and the cat tries to bat back at it, and its claws impact. It's a big cat, but it's a soft cat hitting this metal thing.
Can I
And
yell up to
Cat
the cat or
versus
message it? Because
Roomba.
I speak cat.
we can help. We can help.
Bring him this way. I
the
can't
cat
speak
has
cat, but I'm assuming.
the cat has fallen on its side, but it is very close to you. I'm going to move you guys to this map. They didn't give us a map for this encounter, so I have reused a previous one that actually I think you guys skipped
Ow.
over in a previous chapter.
Ow.
All
Where are
right.
we going, Matt?
Can you guys see?
Well,
Ignore the
But-
weird cat thing.
Ignore the furry.
See,
Yeah.
here's the thing. This is a normal cat that has stolen whiskers of a powerful cat-like creature, and that's the cat-like creature that it stole the whiskers from.
right. Okay.
Sure.
And that is the thing that's chasing it.
That thing's cool.
Oh, Matt, you're going to use this in your Art Deco campaign, aren't you? Like this token?
Maybe.
It's pretty.
Yeah, that's cool.
So we are going to roll
That's a
initiative
building with a reflex save.
as we deal with what's called the cat and the clock.
Ooh.
This is the Titanic things that have been battling in the distance.
Hey, diddle
Hold on.
diddle, the cat and the fiddle.
Turn order, okay.
The Froggo, the Witch, and the table.
So the cat is prone at the moment, and it is slightly hurt. The big thing has started at full health though.
And you heard it here first, folks. Matt has done
What
damage
do you
to the cat.
want?
Matthew.
How dare.
Oh, sorry,
save
I
the
clicked on
kitty.
Avi. Sorry, Avi. What was your
And
original roll?
hopefully
Oh.
it won't
32.
kill us.
I did real bad.
It helped actually roll initiative, William. There we go.
Did you just use your hero point on initiative?
No, I rolled perception.
Oh,
Mm,
I'm so
Okay.
And
Avi,
I
what
have
did you
bonuses
originally
to
roll for?
initiative.
32.
32. Okay, I'm gonna put your back. Sorry, I thought I was clicked on endures.
No, you're all good.
I had to reload my page. And endures rolled 41. So I'll roll him again and then just input that. Ah, crap. I had to reload my page and now all my rule pages are closed. Pardon me a second as I just reset
So
all
chat,
this.
don't forget to give us a follow while Matt's doing that. Got a lot of cool shows, got a lot of Pathfinder 2e on the channel for you. And yeah.
What do I wanna do? Ba-da-boop, ba-da-boop, ba-da-boop.
There we go. Did roll 41. And then I need to roll for our big things. So we're gonna roll the big cat thing and the clock. Now, when I roll initiative with the clockwork clock, I think that's everyone. Descending. When the clockwork rolls initiative, like the moment he rolls initiative, he gets to do a thing.
Hmm.
So, bum, 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 bum. He gets the doleful tolling. Everyone within 300 feet who can hear must succeed a DC 42 will save or be slowed 1 for 1 round.
I see what it's doing here.
Bong.
DC 42. Hey, natural 20 for Igra.
You said 42.
42 will.
Doesn't matter because Gamma won't succeed
Okay,
it possibly.
I
Succeeds.
Gamma fails, so even though I got a crit success, I still fail.
There's no crit fail penalty, by the way. It's just fail or succeed. So
No,
it's
slow
only
2
slow.
on a critical failure.
Oh,
It's literally at the end.
in the bracket. Yeah.
Reading the ability.
Well,
Watch it well.
I get a critical success instead of a regular success.
Hey, Gingerly Brutal, thank you for the raid.
welcome.
We're fighting a clock tower.
Yeah, this thing's
Yeah.
cool.
All right, and that is our essentially before combat effect. Ophelia, you will be going first, and then Igora.
Yeah.
All right. I am going to shout over to the cat.
No.
Don't worry, Adeline, you were here to help. We're gonna get Bard Song up. So then let's see if that will be a +1, +2, or +3. A 45.
All right, I think that's at least a success. Let me double check. You guys are 19. Yes, 39 is the DC, so it's definitely a success. Not quite a crit success.
Okie dokie.
So
And then
+2 for everybody.
I don't have. Let me just look this up really quick. Does this come from me? It comes from me. So I'm going to. Can't use that. I'm worried about what this thing is gonna be.
I mean, you could always do a knowledge check if you wanted.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could. That's kind of Oppie's thing, though. That's not really an Ophelia thing. Ophelia is more like a hit them, feel it out kind of girl.
Mm.
Live your life.
I'm living my life. She is going to throw a Phantom Orchestra, a 10-foot burst right on the thing so that it doesn't hit the cat.
Okay.
You could make me a 42 save.
All right, that is Sonic.
And let me make sure that that
Alright.
damage is programmed correctly.
Ironically, you're using Sonic against a clock, and that seems to potentially go through. It doesn't immediately negate it. Let's see what its roll is, though.
Boom!
It critically failed.
Ooh, that's
Nice.
It did not anticipate additional combatants.
All right, let me make
Do you also oppose the linear progression and monitoring of time?
Oh, yeah, that looks like it's correctly on there. I did just roll 2 ones. Okay, so that would be
30 psionic damage.
60.
Thank you. Remind me.
64? 64. Psionic damage. And that 10-foot burst will stay there because I can use a turn to activate it on my next turn.
Nice.
Ooh, my screen is just going all over the place.
Like Phantom
60
Orchestra.
damage. All right, good opening salvo. Will, would you mind throwing down a little AoE that stays?
Yeah, I got you.
And they
I'm going.
are definitely in the form of background dancers, backup dancers with their little Ophelia light wands.
Nice. We'll say we'll put it because you want to
Darude
put it in
Sandstorm.
place. There you go.
My father was down in the village raving.
There it is. So we can put it right there, and then we should put it there so that if it forces it, yeah. All right. Ophelia, anything else?
I think
That's
that
a
was
turn.
yeah, those were 3 actions.
Okay, I have the thing down.
All right, thank you, Will. It is now your turn. Up next after that is the Clockwork Clock Tower.
All right, so Igra and Gamma are going to use a summoner ability that I've not used once in this campaign that actually kind of helps the summoner a lot, called Act Together, where I get to spend 2 to 3 actions, and then one half of us gets to spend 2 to 3 actions, and the other one gets to spend 1 action. So by only having 2 actions while slowing, I'm still getting my 3 actions in a roundabout way. So I'm going to use 2 actions to cast a 7th level haste, giving us all haste.
Nice.
And then
Gotta go
Gamma is
fast.
going to get to stride. Stride to there. And that is Igra's turn.
All right. The Clockwork Tower. He is going to spend an action seeing your rapid speed to overclock his system, and he's going to shave off 1 day from his week of activity, because once he was wound up, he got a week of activity, so now it's only going to be 5 days because he's already used a day. He is now going to be also hasted.
Could we have
Yes.
Solid Snake to this encounter?
You're going to have to elaborate on that
Like,
one.
could we have just rested for 6 days and then it would have died?
Yes, but the cat would have also died.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're locked in a battle.
Yeah. And this thing doesn't get tired, so the poor cat has been running for days now.
Oh.
So we shall
Um,
stop it.
Dang, we took
hi,
so
Chibi.
long to get this thing.
Chibi's like, hell, oh God, sorry. He came up behind me and I didn't realize it. So when I threw my hands
Alright.
up, he went, ah.
Now, Will, remind me, for 2nd edition Pathfinder, people on the ground are considered off guard, yes?
If they're prone, they are off guard.
Okay, so the cat is prone, and this big old clock tower starts to spin up. The steam starts coming out of it. It's getting all hyped. It looks over at you guys with its like weird clock tower face, and then just turns down and raises a fist in the air and punches directly down onto the poor cat.
Oh.
Look
With
at
a,
Matt punching a cat, y'all.
I have a reason for it. And the cat's AC is 45, so because it's off guard, that will hit. So that will be 47 bludgeoning damage to the cat. You guys are on a timer for this fight. And
Pussy cat.
because the cat has been struck by the fist, it now must make a will save or suffer from stutter time.
Endures better check on that cat.
Oh, the cat is very willful, though. It doesn't want to take the medicine. You can't put the pill in its mouth. Nope, nope, no.
Even if you put it in cheese.
How like a cat.
That's what I'm
Hey,
saying.
chat, put some crime in the chat for us.
All right, so that was, but it is going to try again,
Rhymes in chat.
and it got a 50 on its 2nd attack, which is crazy. So that's going to be another
19.
46 damage to the kitty, and
Poor kitty.
another will save for stutter time. 39. That will be a failure on stutter time. And now I will read off what stuttered, or I'll just throw it in the chat. It is a failure, but not a critical. Stunned 3. The cat's just going to lose its turn.
That's about right.
Endures in darkness. Endures is looking at this and says, I don't think my professors appreciate what you're doing to that poor cat. And I'm going to check the range on one of his abilities.
God, we are far away from it, aren't we?
Heal spell is
Better
30
prevent
feet on
that.
2
You
actions.
heal that cat for extra
All
credit.
right, 120 feet for this. He is going to try a polar ray. Oh, I never hit with Endures Polar Ray.
Poor
God damn it.
Endures.
Endures is going to move up, though. So he's going to get a little closer to the cat.
And what's Endurance going to do with their hasted action?
Let's see, hold on. So we'll say the hasted action was the movement he just took. He's going to give Gamma guidance. Charlotte, you're up.
Okay, so if we're gonna start out first with 1, 2, 3, 4, move up for our first action.
Click,
Um,
click, click, destruction, click, click. Tick tock, tick tock.
I could use this. I don't think I have a major bottled lightning.
Ooh.
And I can utilize it as a bomb. And so to hit, I would just roll bomb and then do damage because it's not programmed in. But I do have one of those little things that we got when we were on the other plane. So I am going to roll for a bomb to hit this
Now remember,
creature.
You have +2 to hit because of Bard Song.
Right. So first and foremost, let's do a regular bomb.
47. That
49.
That will hit.
Nice. Okay, so I'm going to, for this one, for the major bottle lightning, actually, it also gives me +3 item bonus for attack rolls to use this.
It's nowhere near a crit, so but
Okay.
it very significantly hits now.
So I'm going to roll 4d6 lightning damage.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good for 46, honestly.
Yeah, could have been
But-
better. And then 4 splash damage. So it also gets 4 additional electric
total
splash.
19. In fact, when you hit this thing with the lightning bomb, it seems to twitch unnaturally, and it seems like it does more damage than you expected.
Nice. I also preface this before yeeting it into this Clockworks. I say, "Hey, Clockwork Orange, try us for size." Throw it.
Incorrect. I am not any sort of fruit. It takes a total of 39 damage from that, because it seems to have a vulnerability 20 to electricity.
Well, holla.
Usually you'd have to roll for that, but you guys could figure out the math by that.
Yes. Cool. And last hit is I'm going to use a secondary attack to try and actually utilize another bomb, but this one will probably miss. No, that will miss.
It does not.
39 plus 2.
Technically, it's-
40, 41.
Yeah, so it doesn't critically miss, so it'll still take the splash damage, right?
Okay, so it also, it takes an additional 10 acid splash damage. Which is great. Because honestly, the damage wasn't that great anyway.
Acid all goes through.
Okay, great. If it didn't, I could just say, hey,
Well, it has a long list of immunities. Acid is not one of them.
great, and that will end my turn.
The Slana, or the cat, which does have a name, that's just the creature type that its stat profile is using, moves incredibly slowly, trying to move to defend itself, but because it was hit with the stutter time, it loses its turn because it's stunned 3. So we move right on to Avi Avi, as you see
Avi
weird
Avi is
protomancy going around.
simultaneously slowed and hasted. And I don't know if you know what it feels like to have slammed 3 energy drinks after getting no sleep, but I imagine she feels a little like that.
I've never actually had an energy drink in my life.
There was a week when I was in college where I was like, wow, these they were called Sunset Boulevards, and they were Red Bull, mango syrup, and grenadine and orange juice.
That sounds
Delicious. Also heart-stutteringly caffeinated.
good.
Many people
I
who-
was having one every morning for a week, and by Thursday, I was like, I can't continue to do this or I am going to end up hospitalized. So and then I haven't had an energy drink since. That's my experience with energy drinks. So I think she's a little jittery, but I think speaking of all of those immunities, let's get some kind of check going here. How about Arcana?
That could work.
Yeah, Arcana. Hmm. My character name is wrong.
Emma.
Who dat?
Who dat?
Oh,
Emma.
Emma.
Ema?
So that's gonna be a 42, even with
How-
that 8.
What are you
All
playing
right,
in
so
Emma
the-
in?
Ema in the one shot we did.
All right.
Oh.
The DC for this was 35 because this is a rare creature. So you succeed but not critically. So I will tell you one category of things. I will just tell you all their immunities. But I won't tell you their weaknesses or resistances.
We also
Um,
technically get tags of the creature on
Oh.
success.
That's fair. It is a neutral, gargantuan, rare, clockwork, construct, mindless. Yes, Will, for once. It's finally happening. But in terms of its immunities, death effects, disease, doomed, drained, fatigued, healing, mental, necromancy, non-lethal, paralyzed, poison, sickened, unconscious.
Which does
So it
mean
can't
that all
be
your
debuffed a
it
lot.
does mean that all your poisons now do acid damage, Charlotte.
I can work with that.
Time to tweak the formula.
Well,
Add some carbonization.
you know, flames, acid, that'll go over well, she says with the drop falling chest hair.
Damn it! And then I'm slowed, so I'm.
You are
down to
hasted,
my-
so essentially you're normal.
Well, doesn't haste only apply to like melee attacks?
So you can only
and-
stride or strike. So you can
moving?
use it to get a stride and then cast a
Yeah.
spell. You just can't do a 3-action spell.
Well, I'm also slowed,
Yeah, so
so I can't cast a spell.
why you're slowed 1,
Correct.
so you normally have 3 actions. So you now have
So,
2 actions.
Will, I know how many actions I normally have. I have
Well,
2
here's the
actions.
thing, well,
I just used
yeah.
one to
One
do a
for a
knowledge,
knowledge
check, so I
check.
have
Oh.
1 action.
Yes. Oh my.
No,
Was
that's
that
fair.
intentional, McKenna?
It didn't start intentional. It
and
did
then it
end
became
intentional.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm an idiot. Ignore me. I forgot about knowledge
It's-
checks.
It's a very odd situation.
I apologize. My one character that I have that does knowledge checks has automatic knowledge, so all my knowledge checks are free
Mm.
actions. So I just
Oh, that's sick.
I get 5 a turn.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that
Let me
means
check.
that I can move here.
My
I
brain's in investigator
suppose.
thaumaturge mode chat. I'm so sorry.
Elementary, my dear William.
I think I'm gonna move
Mama, a knowledge check. then.
here.
And of course,
then-
Avi, as her tradition dictates, shares this information with everyone.
Of course. I'm gonna give a diviner sight to, how about Gamma? So at any point in the next round, Gamma can use a 18
Nice.
Ooh.
for
I've always-
saves, attacks, or anything he likes.
I've always wanted to play a divination wizard in D&D.
Yeah. And they're so
Like,
much better
no,
at
you
5e.
didn't roll a crit, DM. You rolled a 5.
Do you know what's
Yeah.
crazy, McKenna?
Ugh.
The thaumaturge gets that ability in PF2.
Thaumaturge.
I hate Pathfinder. I'm sorry.
On the stream.
that's my, so to all the American TikTokers were doing like confessions of how fake all of their like influencing bullshit was because TikTok was like ending. Some of them have like permanently marred their careers. I guess that's my confession, is that I don't like Pathfinder.
That's the real reason that they brought it back.
Yeah, I was watching everyone being like fitness influencers being like, I don't actually do the workouts that I recommend to you guys. Like career ruining confessions. And I was like, if they don't ban this shit, you are
Babes,
toast.
that's your That's your
Bread
paycheck.
and butter.
I
Anyway.
I feel like there was a joke in Nightville where they're talking about like there was almost an apocalypse and everyone like made heartfelt confessions to each other and then the apocalypse didn't happen and they just have to go to back to work the next day and like wow, this is awkward.
Yeah. It was very that. It was very that on Saturday. Saturday, I was crying. I was sad. All of my favorite content creators were like doing one last tearful hurrah. It was emotional. And then the next morning I woke up and I was like, what the fuck is
What was
going on
the
in here on
effing
this
point?
day?
Yeah, what was the point?
the point?
Political theater.
Well, yeah, we'll see.
Performative bullshit. Anyway,
Yeah.
I told my mother when she talked about it, I said, "Oh yeah, we have the power to control the things that you hold dear." That's some 1985 crap right there. Ah, yeah.
um,
Yay.
Ophelia, it is your move. Igor, you will be up next.
I'm gonna keep Bard Song up. Oh my god. Is that gonna
Focus
click?
on the things we can do.
Okay, I'm gonna keep Bard Song up. I'm going to pop Phantom Orchestra again to another Fortitude save, please.
Roger Rooney. Hopefully they won't critically fail again. No, they succeeded, so they will take half.
Ooh,
So
okay.
with Bard Song, that becomes
37.
which is divided by 2, 36, 18, I think. Yes.
And then I am going to use I'm going to activate the bow so that it does the extra 1d6
Ooh.
additional damage. Because this dang robot is attacking that giant cat, and that giant cat is very cute. And that I know hasn't done anything wrong. So I am swearing an oath to destroy that creature.
Ooh.
And this will do an extra 1d6 if it hits.
To be fair, you guys do know this cat has stolen another cat's magical whiskers.
Yeah, but that's just mischievous.
Debbie,
It's not-
just a baby.
It's just a
It's
little
just
guy.
It's just a little guy.
That's a very good attack with the bow. That will definitely hit with the
Okay,
Bard Song.
so
Nice.
13 plus 2 plus 3.
So a total of 16. I must ask what variety of damage this is.
Oh, right, correct. I forgot that I'm supposed to also do.
It's been a while. It's fine.
Piercing.
This. So that is going to
Oh,
be
never mind.
do. The frick did I just use?
Used Phantom Orchestra. Does that count because you didn't technically cast it?
Yeah,
this turn?
sustaining.
Okay. All right. So that was. It is a
Oh,
cult.
God. Wait a minute. They got rid of spell schools in the
Oh.
remaster.
Do they
Well,
really?
you know what? I'm gonna say this is conjuration.
Yeah.
Do they really?
Yeah.
And so this would be. I'll say it's sonic damage, which sort of makes sense. I almost think you can just enchant like a little like vibration into your weapons with like a little whistle.
That's so cute. Oh, that reminds me of like Yondu. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
But thankfully, because it's sonic damage, all the damage goes through.
All right, bet.
Um,
Thanks. So gracious.
so 15 plus 3, so that is 18. Another 18. Funnily enough, that was how much it was when you cut the spell in half.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
You
that's
guys have
my
done some decent damage so far. Igora.
Alrighty, time for some more fun. So Igora is going to start off with
Click,
just-
clock. The cat must pay for its crimes.
Oh.
Why are you fighting a cat, man?
Because
Right.
it would ceaselessly bat my pendulum.
Okay,
That was uncalled for.
It's just a baby.
it's just a
I am not-
baby.
I am not programmed for mercy.
Oh my god.
He's just a salty bitch.
Alright, so I'm going to use tandem movement to
I
have
will grease my gears with your blood.
so tandem movement for one action.
Salty.
Me and Gamma are both going to get to stride. 5, 10, 15,
There
20.
is no sodium in my chassis. I am not
Boom.
salty.
30.
You don't.
Wow.
Sodium chassis. No sodium chassis.
Inaccurate. Cease this
left.
flying.
Ah, ha, ha.
Cease.
He just starts bullying.
Gamma's going to then stride again to get to here.
Ooh.
Boom. And then I'm
As you
going
pass
to
through the Phantom Orchestra, they're like, "Oh, sir, good evening," as they play their instruments.
and then I'm going to use Act Together. Igor is going to cast a 2-action level 8 heal on the cat.
Oh.
So
Tiny little glowing
103
frogs pop
103
out.
hit points to the cat.
Oof.
Good job.
And then Gamma is going to, with their 1 action from Act Together, do a striking belly bump against this off-guard clock tower. I'm going to use the 18, so it'll be a 48, 49 to hit its off-guard
And
AC.
you had guidance, so
50 to hit its
that-
off-guard AC.
yes.
Is that crit?
58? Hold on, sorry.
50.
Walk 50.
50 against off-guard AC.
No.
A 50 doesn't crit?
It would need to be its AC would need to be 40 then, wouldn't it?
Yes, but it is off guard, so its AC would need to be 42 or
Its normal AC is 48.
Jesus Christ almighty.
It's a construct, a level 20 construct, Will.
Well,
How did I even hit it to begin with?
You rolled very well. You rolled-
I'm
you
going to
rolled
get
a-
my damage then. So that will be 20 sonic damage and then 3 additional construct bane damage.
I had to roll a 19 to hit that
So
thing.
it'll be 25 in total.
You guys were rolling very well. 25?
Yep.
Yeah, it's not nothing. It is looking, whatever the construct equivalent is, of bloodied.
Oh,
Yeah.
Beat up.
And then that
Carry over
is
from
my
my-
turn.
Carryover from my PF1 days, whenever I say something is bloodied, it means it's under half health.
Mhm.
But we return to the robot who sees the cat suddenly become more lively, like adjusting parameters, and it's just going to rotate its entire torso, but not its legs, to face Gamma. And it is going to. Dun, 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 dun. Actually,
smack that all on the floor.
Back that. Give me
Hold
some
on.
more.
I'm going to use the thing that Will loves to use when he gets to use this ability. The suddenly more steam is going to come out of the robot. It's not going to turn to face Gamma, and it is suddenly going to robot sprint past through the cat, through you guys, and is going to use trample.
I'll take my AO.
That's perfectly fine.
So
Oh,
that'll be
what?
a
That will hit.
40. So wait, a 48 hits?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
He said
remember that
his-
becomes
his
a
AC
50.
was 48.
Yeah, it becomes a 50
Oh,
with
it
Bard
becomes
Song
50.
to begin with.
All right, so I do have to just roll. Oh wow. So that'll be 28 points of sonic damage to it as it runs off.
Okay. But it gets to move a total of
Something like
80.
that.
And because it's so big, I can essentially get everyone, I think, except Gamma, because Gamma's behind me. So he is just going to run straight down and is
Yeah,
going
you
to end
can.
up standing next to Ophelia.
Ah!
But everyone in the way,
Chunk.
yeah, needs to take a DC.
42
I think this is a
reflex.
reflex. Yeah, a reflex save. As he
This
suddenly
is-
just sprints.
Oh, come on.
No, I didn't critically fail.
It's only going to be
Whoa.
39.
Endures in Darkness is going to
42. So far we've all failed.
Endures in
is
Darkness.
fine.
Except for Endurance.
yeah.
He shooks down and
Oh,
rolls
yeah.
out of the way. Mushroom roll.
He just stepped to the side when the
All
tree
right.
was falling.
The monster can attempt to trample the same creature only once in a single trample. The monster deals the damage of the listed strike, but trampled creatures can attempt. Yep. All right. So I'm just going to
Butch.
roll a trample or
Hey.
a foot
Off.
attack.
Come here.
47.
Come here.
No, that's 26 damage, Matt.
Oh, sorry, that was to hit. Yeah, 26 bludgeoning to everyone that got trampled. And that was 2 actions, I believe. 3 actions to trample, but he is hasted still, so he's just gonna swivel a little bit and he's gonna try and punch Ophelia.
Oh no.
What the
I
heck?
am now a music critic. Now, Will, you've used trample a lot. Does trample count as an attack for map?
Yes.
All right, so he's gonna do a second attack for just a fist.
He really is salty.
43 against you, Ophelia.
Yeah, that'll hit.
57 bludgeoning damage, and I need you to take a will save. You succeed.
This is the face of the cat you keep hurting,
You
Matt.
got a success. You are
Oh,
unaffected.
Boy.
It seems like there's some weird. He tries to punch some chronomancy into you, but it's not so simple punching a magical effect onto you, and it doesn't take purchase.
And if there are any additional, like, I can't be attacked by that again for a crit success, that is a crit success.
Critical
Kind of
success.
Success, I get a crit
You-
success.
Oh, actually, because you got a crit success, you get a benefit.
Ooh.
The creature is quickened for 1 round.
Oh.
So I don't know if that works
It
with
doesn't
the existing.
stack. I've already hasted you. Sorry,
You
Ophelia.
feel like you just had a really good cup of coffee, apart from the 26
Yum.
damage.
Hmm.
We move on to Endures.
It usually happens every time you have a cup of coffee anyway. So like
Endures is going to try, because I finally went around and programmed this properly. He's going to use one of his 3 focus spells to attack with a stone lance. And he will not hit. But he is also then going to use he's going to give Charlotte guidance, and then he's going to use his hasted movement to just move over here to try and get out of stomping line.
nice.
Charlotte,
What does the
you're up.
guidance do? What does the guidance do again? It gives me how much? Plus something?
Double checking real quick because it's actually been a while since you get a +1 bonus to 1 attack roll, perception check, saving throw, or skill check. So basically, you'll get +3 on your next attack if you use it with the Bard Song.
Okay. Got it. So
It's one of the few 1-action spells, so he uses it whenever he can.
5. Well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to limp my way over here.
You are also hasted though, so I think that
Yeah,
that's a free move
so-
essentially.
Yeah, basically, and I'm going to cast Lightning Bolt.
Lightning bolt, reflex save.
Reflex.
How
which he
nimble is
probably
this?
will. How nimble is he? Yeah, that's the problem. My reflex saves. Ah.
He rolled a nat 15, so he's pretty nimble. He just sort of
What?
like turns on a hinge, and the lightning bolt completely misses him.
Shocking.
Son of a bitch.
So that is, you have 1 action remaining. It can be a stride or a strike, or actually this is the hasted one, so it can be anything.
I think I'm gonna throw another bomb at him. Is that a secondary attack?
Yes.
Is it?
Oh wait, no, it's not attack rolls.
No,
No, you're
yeah.
good.
Nope, first attack.
Ignore me.
With Bard
Well then,
Song,
what's
that will hit.
49? Yeah. And so he gets some 6 acid, 10 splash, and 3d6
Persistent acid.
persistent.
At the end of your turn, you roll 3d6.
8.
Nice.
So
I'm just gonna apply that now, and then we'll...
8.
All right. Charlotte is up. The Slana, who will, important question, when you cast your initial haste, did you count the cat as being
I
hasted?
don't have enough people to count the hat.
Okay.
cat.
Cat's going to spend an action to stand up. And then I think the cat
And
has a
up
pounce attack.
and pounce.
Oh no, pounce is for hidden stuff. Never mind.
Aw, very close. That would have been nice, huh? She's purring.
Aw, murder mittens.
Murder
Baby.
mittens.
Death to all.
Yeah, your boy bees.
Oh, you want to
Oh,
pounce
was
and
there-
kill? You like to fight?
Will the stunned
with
only
your
go down by
squishy
one every
face.
turn?
Yes.
Your squishy
All right,
face.
so it was able to stand up. That was it. Avi, it's your turn.
Yeah.
Good for it.
Poor baby.
Well,
I
now
love
it
how we've
can't
all
be hit
just
as
decided
easy.
that. Huh?
It can't be hit as easy now that it's no longer prone.
Good, because he's just a baby. The little
I
guy.
really ripped
Uh,
Little
yeah.
boy
Oh, I
with
forgot to
squishy
do the
cheeks.
stomp damage
super
for it
ripped
too.
baby.
I don't think I can get in a meteor shower on this guy. But I think I am going to do another Arcana check because I don't know what it's.
I mean, magic missile.
I want to know what the weaknesses are besides. Damn it, that's another 10. But that's still
Avi, Avi.
44. Not quite a crit, but that's should be enough to get its
Yes.
weaknesses.
Its weaknesses are, as you kind of figured out, in half, the electricity, like lightning damage, 20. Also, and I'm sorry because this is incredibly niche, Orichalcum, 20.
What the fuck is that?
So you'd need to go to the third season of Yu-Gi-Oh! And get the Orichalcum Aloth.
It's a metal type that can be put onto
It is
weapons.
In real-world mythology, it is a metal that supposedly was only ever found on Atlantis.
So cool.
Sure. Okay. Well, I am in a really good position to Cone of Cold them without hitting anyone if I like sort of sideswipe it away from Ophelia.
Yeah.
So I think I'm just going to do that. Knowing that cold is not good or bad for
I
it.
think Orichalcum is also in
That
Shadowrun.
should still be 42 for the
Also
reflex
in
save.
Minecraft.
All right.
Fine.
It succeeds, but not critically. So
Yeah,
it will
me to
take
beat, that's annoying.
25 cold damage because 50 with Bard Song
Yeah.
halved. So,
And then I'm
Um,
gonna move all the way over here.
but it's looking pretty damaged.
Nice. That's my turn.
Ophelia, there's a big
Alright.
robot right next to you.
There sure is. I'm gonna keep Bard Song up, and then I'm going to move the Phantom Orchestra.
How far can you move it?
120.
Dang.
And
Plop.
so the action,
Put it here, Ophelia. You can get Avi and the creature.
We
When-
talked it out.
spell each round, you can move to a space and create an explosion. So it is gonna pop.
Okay.
Another 42 save, please.
Succeeds, but not critically. So the 34 will become 17. Yes.
Mhm.
All right, and then let's see, that is 2 actions. I am going to step away.
I'm
Right?
also gonna say it might be. It looks like it might be a little easier to hit now. It's so damaged.
I see.
We hit its
Um,
break, GC.
Gonna step away.
The opposite of a
good.
break bar. It gets easier.
Mm-hmm.
Stepping.
And striding.
It has no reaction.
I stepping and I shooting.
Ah!
Ooh.
Now I should note.
Damage.
Let me just check this real quick.
The 51 to hit.
Yes. Okay, it was non-lethal hits it's immune to. It's not a slime or something, or it's immune to crits. So that is going to be a lovely 20 damage. We're going to say this is Sonic again, I believe.
22.
22, thank you.
Oh, plus.
Ooh,
Ooh. Plus 12.
so 34?
Dang.
That's a pretty good bow. You got it right in a very vulnerable little spring mechanism.
I'll take that. Well, it's beating up a cat. So this is my sworn enemy today.
Correction, I am beating up you all. You are not all cats.
You're not doing a good job.
If you're beating us up, then why are we beating you so badly back?
Ooh, salty. Ooh.
I know you are, but what am I?
Baldy Chassis!
Moving on, Igora. The robot ran away from Gamma. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel like my party has this under control. Oh,
I'm gonna have a picnic.
Words I didn't think he would ever say.
so I'm going to go and start working on Plan B for this. Igora
sure he
is going
knows.
to come up towards this cat with a stride, and Gamma will stride with Igora to go to there. Haste action, Gamma will stride. And then that will get them to there. We'll say to there for the sake of ease. Because they have that
Igora.
movement. And then Igora is going to spend 2 actions. And on this cat, which would you say that this is a domesticated animal, Matt? Because it's a cat.
Anchorroot would disagree, actually.
But would the majority?
I'm going to cast Tame on the thing. So as long as it's not hostile, which it is not hostile to us,
No.
and we've healed it, I'm going to increase its attitude towards us by 1. They'll need to make a will save. DC 40. And this is me just kind of like, hey, I'm going to do some magic. I'm just going to make sure that you're like on the up and up, and then I'll heal you some more. I just want to make sure you know we're here to be safe with you. I'm just here to help. 50 critical success. Okay, so the tame spell won't do anything. I told you what I was doing, but yeah.
Doesn't seem to make your attitude any worse.
It
Yeah.
bites the shit out of you.
Well, you see, if I could have gotten it to be helpful, I could have just gotten the whiskers from it, and then put them onto Gamma for the rest of the fight, and we could have seen what happens.
I mean, there are other ways we can still try that.
Speaking of jamming things into Gamma's body,
Yuck.
the robot is just
Kinky.
going to advance.
You.
That'll
Right.
be its free action from its haste.
As it's moving, I get my AO.
Yep. Its AC is now only 44.
Nice. A le boop. 37 will miss. Yeah, I rolled
39, but still.
I rolled a 6. I'll hero point that.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, still miss.
I mean, you did roll better. That's
I
a
rolled
rarity
1
for our
better.
hero points.
That's silly.
It's just gonna Rock'em Sock'em Robots Gamma 3 times.
Alright, rolled a hit.
53.
Crits.
So that will be 94 bludgeoning damage.
Still standing.
And that will
And
be a check for
We'll do
save
the
for-
saves at the end. We'll do the saves at the end of the hit.
Okay.
Just to save
second-
time, Matt.
Second fist, 43.
Hits does not crit for 39.
Another 39.
And that'll be 2
29 will not
saves.
hit.
29 won't miss. So 2 will saves. What's the DC?
40.
So success,
Succeeds.
fail.
So it's only failure is
Stun,
stun
3.
3.
Yep, so I'm fully out.
As Gamma just
Like I said,
freezes.
it'll probably be up to our friends to deal with this. That's fine.
Endures
There
in
is a
darkness.
world in this. There is a world with this creature where you could stun 3 all of us and then just murk us with this creature.
Stone Lance does not work again because I rolled a 6. Oh boy. Durs is going to use
Bless you.
No, I can't do that. Going to move with my hasted action and do a 1 action heal on Igora
Oh, Gamma.
or Gamma. And it's just a little top up. It's going to be a level 5. So it's just 5d8. Just to keep you out of a crit death range. 22.
I mean, I'm still in the triple
Charlotte.
digits.
You're up.
Me.
you.
These.
Oh, I needed to roll for the persistent damage.
Yes. Please, Danko.
he succeeds, he's no longer taking it.
Yes, correct.
He did take the damage already, so.
Yes.
But he's looking really hurt at this point.
Good, great. We'll try something a little bit simpler on this one. And no, I'm not that good of a spellcaster. He'll dodge it. Actually, no, he'll dodge that. But we'll
You
try it.
never know. You never know. Reflex save. Just checking if his, checking if his no, he doesn't get a negative to his reflex for being damaged, but still he succeeds, but not critically. So he'll take 7 electricity damage, which gets plus 20. So as you lash out with this electric arc, it worms its way into a mechanism that is exposed through damage on its torso, and for a second it just looks like it was pitiful damage, and then
Oh.
and it had 25 hit points left, and because of the vulnerability to electricity damage, it does 27 damage, and that causes it to just kind of malfunction, and it just crumbles into lots of gears and stuff. It just seems like, how is this thing actually holding itself together? It's now just fallen to pieces.
Wow, it really was made of salt.
You find no
Salt
salt
is
inside. And with that,
Darn.
the clockwork clock tower, the tower that walks, has been defeated. The cat actually possibly has now ended the combat with more health than it started.
Yay!
And as we decide what to do about this this potential kitten cat whisker thief, we're gonna go to next week. So
Aw.
thank you all for joining us. Well, look forward to some kitten diplomacy next week, and proceeding potentially on to the next objective, which I think you guys were thinking maybe the drum.
Yeah.
Find out what's going on there. It's going to be it's an interesting challenge next time. I think you might have to do some dancing.
Thank you all so much for coming to tonight's episode of the Strength of Thousands Adventure Path. Join us next time as our party finds themselves at the newest scratching post in this cattery. But for now, don't forget to check out our many other shows. Sprout Stream tomorrow, Wild Ambition on Wednesday, and go check out the VOD from the Astral Calling on Friday if you want to see some amazing RP. And we will see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.
Have a good night, everyone.